Uh-huh. The requirements of the law require the petitioner to appear in court, not at your discretion. Yep. And they do have to acknowledge the court order. So you can sit there all day long disagreeing with me, but that's what the law really says. Pooh. Now, I'm, well, that's what it says. Oh, mhm. See, there's what's known as the advisory memorandum, yeah, general constitutional principles governing takings and due process. Yes. Now, I was reading last night, constitutional principles determine whether government regulation may become so severe. Yes, it constitutes unconstitutional take. Oh, that was Bob, Attorney General of the State of Washington. Pooch. Let's say that you took my private property because I did sign in agreement with the terms and conditions and the privacy principles of social networking, email accounts, and the use of drives. Yes. But there's the unconstitutional taking of the private property of those that had been, well, when you as a data provider, yes, see, you generate your income from the amount of data that you can get, yes, from any person that visits any web page where you have terms and conditions. Yes, it does. Now, this private property that violates substantive due process. Let's say my due process rights are being violated. Oh, Now, just looking at the violating of the National Firearms Act, yes, there's this idea of possession of firearms, shipment, transportation, or the trading of firearms. Yes. Now, the inserting of the provision that any person whose application for relief has been denied, yes, may file for judicial relief of such denial, and that the court may admit initial evidence, miscarriage of justice. Yes. See, it could have been that some people get accused of crimes when they didn't actually commit the crime. Yes. So they're denied the availability of selling firearms or transporting them or having ownership of them. Yes. But this idea of the miscarriage of justice, now let's say that I document a miscarriage of justice, and a whole bunch of people are concerned about it. So they watch the videos or they read the emails or they look at all the documentation. But for you, to allow for as a state the miscarriage of justice, pooch. I think there's a huge liability in doing that. Now, for all the corporations that have been data mining right now, for you to earn an actual income or build your business on a miscarriage of justice, well, it goes beyond the tort. See, there are other individuals that are having their rights violated. Yeah. Let's say I did some data mining. Let's go ahead. I sue you as an individual plaintiff. Yes, he does. And then I find out that other people are having their children taken from them right now. I could go through the data that's being mined that happens to be my data. Yes. And then I could look at the IP. Well, there might be other persons. Yes, yes, yes. That, oh, look at the treasonable misdemeanor. Oh, archaic. Any crime, including a felony. High crimes and misdemeanors. A crime or misdemeanor is an act committed or omitted in violation of public law. 1769. This general definition comprehends both crimes and misdemeanors, which, properly speaking, are merely synonymous terms, though in common usage. The word crimes is made to denote such offenses as are of a deeper and more atrocious dye, while smaller fights and omissions are less consequence, misdemeanor in office. Ooch, that'll get you removed as a police officer. For every officer of the law, let's say that you were accused. Okay, it's an allegation of a serious misdemeanor, one of class of misdemeanors having more severe penalties than most other misdemeanors, gross misdemeanor, of intentionally filing a false police report. Now, that would be a general misconduct or gross misconduct or official misconduct. Charge. Now, there's a gross misdemeanor, serious, though not a felony. Yes, misdemeanor. Now, I'm looking for miscarriage. Now, miscarriage, gross misconduct. Oh no, employee misconduct, misconduct, a dereliction of duty, unlawful dishonor, improper behavior. There's that misprison, concealment or non-disclosure of a serious crime by one who did not participate in the crime. That would go for every police officer and sheriff in every county of the United States. I could get them all for misprison of felony, misprison of treason. Boom! Talk about a gross misdemeanor. I tell you right now, I would sue every sheriff department, each and every county in the United States for misprison of felony, motherfucker.